This is a place.
This is the place.
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place.
Thank you for listening to This is a Place podcast. My name is Brandon.
My name is Nate.
And we want to wish everyone a happy International Read to Me Day. Some people celebrate it today. Some people, such as myself, celebrate it every day because I have to read to you. I'm your reader.
You don't have to read to me. You just have to read the article and summarize it for me.
That's true. I am your, what would you call it?
Cliff Notes.
Yeah, Cliff Notes. Give you the executive summary of the whatever article it may be. Yes.
To see if it's a good one or not. What I did to you yesterday.
And when I do read and I tell you something, do you go back and read it or do you just take my word and be like, oh, cool. I'm glad I found that out.
I would usually take your word for it. Should I not be trusting you? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no, you should. I'm just wondering if
You can't be trusted.
like if I said, Nate, this is a really good article, you should read it. Would you just be like, I believe it. I believe it's a really good article, but I'm not going to read it.
I would copy and paste the article in the chat GPT and say, what are the highlights of this article?
Yes. You don't even need me.
Depending,
You've got your assistant to help you out.
Depending on how long the article is. Like, have you heard that joke by Nate Bargatze where he's like, oh, books just have so many words? Like, I finally found there's a comedian that gets me.
Books
You
do
turn
have
the page
words.
and it's just like more words. Like,
Where's
let
the
me get my head
pictures?
above water for just like so many words. Let me wrap my head around what I just read before you start throwing more words at me.
I don't know if I've heard that specific one, but he does have a point. It is just words and words. I like to read though. I don't mind reading.
I can't remember the last time I read a book.
Really?
Usually when I'm reading a book, it's like nonfiction. It's like something that's going to help me be a better person or whatever it may be. But I haven't read like a fictional book for so long.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's fiction or nonfiction. What do you think the last book you read was? Not to put you on the
Last book I
spot.
read, it was
Harry
entitled
Potter.
How to Get Your Friends to Read Stuff for You. That's the
Well,
book I wrote.
you put it to practice and it's enhanced your life.
I don't know.
Do you listen to books?
I don't-
Like if there's a book you want to consume, would you listen to it or you're not even to that level?
I've done that before too. Listen, but I was even talking yesterday to somebody. For example, when I'm at church, if I'm just like on my phone, like playing a game or something, I will hear the talks. I can hear them better. I can, because my mind is focused on one thing, so I can hear you know what I mean?
I'm the same way.
But if I'm, but if I'm listening to them, then my mind starts to wander, and then I'm not listening to what they say. Does that make sense at all? So for me to, I guess I could maybe listen to books on tape while I'm
Okay.
driving or something, because I have nothing else that can distract me besides driving. But I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, give it a shot. I mean, I like to listen. I listened to the whole book The Shining. I didn't read any of it. I just listened to it. So I was going about my day. Um, but I'm trying to read on paper, trying to avoid doing on a phone because if it's like a wind down thing at night, you've got that time away from the screen to
The blue screen or
the
whatever they
blue
call it.
screen.
You can buy the glasses, the blue screen blockers.
I could. I
Supposed to
might do
help you.
that because I've got some physical copies of books I want to read. So once I finish those and I move on to some others that I've got saved on the phone that I've got queued up. Maybe I'll get the blue blockers.
I bought a couple of pairs. Wonder, I don't know where they are.
Have they worked for you? Have you tried them?
I tried them, but
Well, you
not
need
enough to
them
see if it worked or not.
because those screens are keeping you up. Actually, both of us, because we're both yawned probably about 10 times already so far in
Sorry,
this recording. No, it's both of us. It's me too. I've you yawn and then I yawn, and
just an ongoing yawning.
it's too bad it's
Remember
not National
Yanni?
Yawn Day.
Right?
Yanni.
Yanni Day. Remember Yanni?
No. Who's Yanni?
You don't know who Yanni is?
Is it a singer?
Uh, no, he doesn't sing in his songs. He's the piano version of Kenny G.
Interesting. I don't think I know Yanni.
Interesting that you don't. Might be a little bit before your time.
I did listen to a lot of Kenny G when I was going to sleep as a child. So anytime I hear Kenny
Did
G
you?
on, I start getting a little. Uh, yeah, for some reason that was what my mom always played when I was going to sleep. So Kenny G's sleepy music to me.
You should try Yanni. It's pretty good too.
Yeah, it does sound familiar. I'll have to check it out. Do you have any notable songs you'd recommend?
I'm sure you probably have heard songs. I don't know the names of them because his songs don't have words, so it's hard to remember what they would be called. Just look up the best of Yanni, greatest hits or something
Well,
on
we
the
can
YouTubes.
on the
That's what's
YouTube.
crazy, how we can just listen to anything we want anytime, anywhere.
Didn't used to be like that, huh?
Did not used to be like that.
I'm young enough, oh, sorry, old enough to remember a time when if I liked a song a lot, I had to record it on a cassette on my radio. Does that surprise you that I did that at my age?
Did what?
That I caught the recording your favorite song on a cassette on the radio?
You did that before?
I did. I did that a lot.
I remember doing that as a kid.
I did it until I found out about burning CDs and about LimeWire and all those types of things. I did a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
the cassette cassette taping of the songs on the radio.
I remember just my dad had a Bose cassette player, and that one recorded really well off the radio. So I would like sit in his their room or my parents' room for like just trying to get that one song right.
Right.
So after the end of every song, you hit record.
Just in case.
You're like, dang it! But then it may always like frustrate you when they're like talking over the beginning of the song or the end of the song. You're like, come on. But
Right.
then you listen to that recording so many times that you now have stuck in your head whatever they were saying, right, on the radio for the intro or the outro. Good old days, Brandon. The good
There's
old
even
days.
this is from the LimeWire, the illegal music download days. There's a s- I think it was a whole album that everybody had for this one band, and it had an intro and outro, and I think it would say it throughout the song as well. So if you go on the internet and look up something about this, and like I think they posted something on their Instagram, and every comment was about where's the intro that says this is a Vagrant Records promotion or whatever it would say. Like every comment was about that. I'm like, I didn't realize we were all suffered the same with that stupid download where we had to listen to the that same thing over and over again.
Over and over. I mean, I would have saved so much money, I guess. I've told this before, but I used to buy 2 to 3 CDs a week in high school.
Yeah,
So
it's a
that's like
lot.
20, $30 a week I was spending. And then usually you're just spending it to 10, 12, whatever bucks for one song. But you had to buy the whole album to get the song you wanted.
But then you find out
Good
about other
heavens.
songs, right?
Right.
You didn't know.
That's yeah, and that those days are gone too, right? Of listening to full albums.
I mean, I listen to full albums still.
No, you don't.
Okay,
Just
you're
kidding.
right.
You're one of those weirdos who listens. Like it was really cool back in the even Cake has a song about finding these up and coming bands or discovering them. That's you. You still do it. You
I
like
still do.
these underground, is
I
that what you
like,
call it? Bands.
yeah, I guess you could call it that. I like to find the hidden gems.
The unknowns, the knowns of the unknowns.
Yeah, I've been known to do that. Maybe I still listen to like bigger stuff, but by your standards, it's underground because it's not like the type of stuff you listen to, maybe. But
It's
I'd say
true.
I don't know. I still listen to some obscure stuff sometimes. What I'll do is I'll go every Friday morning. I have free playlists I go to. There's this one where this guy will post a comprehensive list of everything kind of in the type of genre I usually listen to. He's like, here's all the new stuff, and he posts just a big playlist, and I go through and pick out some stuff
Really?
and add it in. A second one is Spotify just does this based off of your music preferences. They'll say, here's new stuff you might like. And so I'll go put all those on a playlist and listen to them. And then I even go to, and I find some, every once in a while I'll find a good one, but I'll go through Spotify's, here's all of the new stuff. Like they'll post a list of here's all the new albums and the new singles. And I'll go through and every single one of those I'll add it to my playlist. And a lot of them I'll start the song and immediately remove it because it's just trash. But but there's sometimes I'll find one and it's like not normally the type of genre or style I listen to. I'm like, this is a really cool song. So I found some good stuff that way.
Do you have to pay for Spotify?
Mhm. I mean, the one I use the premium Spotify premium, so
Oh,
I do. But I
you can
think
get
there's
like
a
any song
free
you want.
version where it's just kind of more like Pandora, where it just shuffles. But I like Spotify for, I mean, I've used it since before even my mission. It first came out in the US because I think it's a Swedish company, originally was Swedish.
Huh.
And I heard about it and I was like, this would be awesome because then I could delete all my illegal music and not feel bad about it because I was like preparing for a mission, you know? And when I came back from the mission, like it had blown up. But I was one of the first people to hear about it. So I mean, that was kind of
But
a
it's like what?
early adopter.
How much is it? Is it like $12?
I don't know. I have one that has a couple account. I have two accounts on mine because the kids and my wife may be listening to something and then I can't listen to something. So I kind of I pay for a little bit more. And I think mine's like
Oh, okay.
18 bucks a month.
Interesting.
But I
But you
think the
think about
cheaper
it.
ones maybe like I don't know, 10. I have no idea.
Well, I'm seeing right here that it says on Amazon you can buy a Spotify premium 12-month subscription for $99.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So that would have saved me so much money back in high school. Or, yeah, instead of spending
How do you
who
consume
knows.
music now? Just YouTube?
Um, I like the radio a lot
Okay.
just because it shuffles a lot of music and I'm like, oh, I remember that song. But you can do YouTube, Amazon Music. I did subscribe to Amazon Music for a minute, but then I'm like the free version's just fine because
Oh,
I don't use it. Like usually when I'm listening to music, it's usually I'm playing sports and it's just background music. So
right.
I just put on like last night we played volleyball and I put it on like the Feel Good Classics or something like that, and they shuffle through for you.
The what?
You know, they'll shuffle the songs,
No, but what
so
did you
it's not
put
the
on?
premium. I think it was called like the Feel Good
Oh,
Classics.
feel good classics. Okay.
Uh, yeah, so it's more like the 80s and like just yeah. So it's just background music. I definitely don't listen to music quite as much as I used to, you know, in high school in my early 20s. So now it's just when I'm in the car or playing sports. But like I said, I do like the radio. We did buy a van that had Sirius, how they call it, radio, the
Sirius
satellite
XM,
radio. Yeah. So it gave us like a 3 month trial and it just ended like 2 days ago. So that was kind of fun 'cause you could like say
big
kind of like the
selection.
playlist on Amazon. And I liked it because it would record when you start the car or whatever, it records like your 8 stations or whatever. So
Mm,
if there's a song that you're like flipping through the channels and you're like, oh, I like this song, you can hit rewind and start it from the beginning. So that
nice.
was kind of cool. But I think they're pretty expensive if you keep them like on. And I'm like, it's just for the car though, right? Well, I guess I could use it for the house if you bought it too, but I don't know. It's crazy, but that there's so many platforms you can pay for and then or you just get it for free. Like right now, when I'm talking about Yanni, if I would have told you that 20 plus years ago, actually probably been longer than that, I'd be like, well, here, you can borrow my CD and you can listen to it, right? That's
Or
the only way you
burn
could
it
have
on
had
my
it.
computer.
Yeah, even then, right? Yanni was pre MP3, so he's 90s.
Okay. Interesting. Well, yeah. I mean, music is it's a lot more accessible. I mean, well, it's always been accessible, but just the as you mentioned, just being able to pick what you want when you want it at any time. Like I want to listen to the song, there's nothing really keeping me from doing it. Like there's many different ways you can hear it. So, and it's even the same with
That's
other media like movies, TV, and even sports, which is what we're talking about today.
no, sports has gotten worse
Sports
because
has gotten
now,
worse.
right, because everything now you have to pay to get the sports. Right? I mean, they've changed it up with the hockey and jazz this year, but growing up, you could watch all the jazz games on the K-Jazz. That's why they started the channel K-Jazz.
Right.
And then they turned it over to you had to buy subscriptions to watch sports.
Well, you can,
Even our beloved BYU games, a lot of them you had to have whatever service to watch the games.
well, what my point is, there's a number of services you can get so you can watch them. Like there's no shortage of, it's not like think back even 20 years ago, if you wanted to watch the BYU football games, you had to have a specific cable service to watch them. Like it was only, I don't know what it was, but like they had the Mountain and that was only offered by like DirecTV or something for a time. Things like that that kept you from
Okay. Yes.
watching. So it's not cheap, but there's a way that you can watch the games, I guess is my point. And I mean, I found an illegal YouTube link and I was able to watch BYU's basketball game against Iowa State. So
Oh, you found a link on YouTube's?
I did.
Oh.
Sorry, I should have sent it your way, but
Oh,
I
I
watched the whole game.
I had the the tournament one?
Yeah, Big 12 tournament.
Oh, I must have. What was it on ESPN Plus?
Probably.
I had it, so I
Okay.
watched it, but I must have that. I have like a 6 month trial to ESPN Plus. So I feel like there's so many games on that now.
Yeah. Yeah, it has a
That's what I'm
lot more.
saying. We could go off for another half hour on the whole streaming crap, but
We could, but we do have a topic that we're talking about and
trying to get to.
trying to get to. So yeah, we it's no surprise we like BYU. And last year we did a whole thing on March Madness. I think we talked about all the history of
Utah March Madness stuff.
yeah, BYU, Utah, Utah State, all their their pedigree, their what would you say? Their history within the March Madness tournament, as well as
Their
when
highlights. Their highlights.
yeah, as well as when it's been played here because it was played here last year, and so there was a little bit of a connection there. But we thought you thought you presented this to me, and I thought it was a great idea. And what if we just look at what snacks or food you can eat while you watch, of course, BYU or Utah State. We care more about BYU, but I like Utah State as well. While you watch them this week play in the March Madness tournament. So you found this list that gives you 5 BYU inspired food ideas for your watch party at 2 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon.
Yeah. Are you watching it anywhere?
I'll
Are you
find
working?
I'll be working, but it'll be playing. I might pull up a couple screens, those are a fun
Put a
weekend.
put an extra monitor in
Yeah, I might
your
use my
desktop.
my laptop. I can put one on my phone. I can bring the iPad and I can have 3 games going on at once.
Ooh, I like it. That's fun. The board of realtors, I might have talked about this last year. They have a training room that has 3 different dividers, kind of like they have at the churches, right? So you can separate into 3 different rooms, or they can open up into one big room, but each room has like a pull down screen. So they would have 3 games going at once for the first 2 days of the Thursday and Friday of the tournament. And you just go over there, and a lot of like vendors would be there with food and stuff. That was fun. Just get a binge watch March Madness, but they stopped doing it,
Yeah, it's too bad.
unfortunately. But tomorrow I'm gonna head over to my brother-in-law's house
Oh,
and
you are gonna go over
watch it over
somewhere
there.
and watch it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
So, well, we're gonna eat some food, and after looking at this list, because part of the reason that made me do a search to find this list was if you remember during the Iowa State game, I believe it was in the tournament, the announcer was going off about how Richie Saunders, um,
Grandpa.
grandpa or something, helped invent the tater tots, which we've talked about before, right?
Um, I don't know
The
if we have.
or
Have we?
Ida, how do you say? Yeah.
Yeah. Have we talked about it?
Did we? Because then the Oregon Idaho potato brand, did we not talk about that
Maybe.
once upon a time?
Look, here's the thing. We're five
Anyways,
we're 5 years into this. In fact,
so many.
technically we hit our 5 year anniversary Sunday, this upcoming Sunday. So
The,
I don't
this
know
one coming up?
this one coming up. So I don't know if we count this
Oh,
one as our 5 year anniversary episode. Maybe we need to do something special for next week once we've actually hit the 5 years. Make sure we make it to the 5 years. If we can eclipse that this week. But 5 years later, one episode a week. That's a lot of episodes. It's hard to remember everything we've done. I have to look back often now.
so does that mean I have to get you a sapphire?
Yes, please.
Sapphire represents the traditional fifth anniversary gemstone.
Our podcast has gone over longer than many
Oh,
relationships.
so it says 5 year anniversary gift theme should be wood. Interesting.
Okay.
So I don't
You
so you're like, what are you talking about? I was trying to think, isn't there like every 5 years, like for your
can go to
wedding
the
anniversary,
woods.
there's like
Yeah, yeah,
we can go
yeah.
to the woods. We can do a Pinewood Derby.
A Pinewood Derby. There you
I
go.
could build you a car. Happy anniversary,
Could you
Brandon.
bid me a cake or something?
You're in the kick or something. Uh, anyways, let's get back. So
Tater tots.
I'm going to my brother-in-law's house, and I was just thinking, after learning to this list, I should bring some tater tots
Well, that's the first thing
to
on
the
the list.
party. Are you a tater tot guy?
You're
Oh
frozen.
no. Oh, good. You're back.
You were frozen. I
No,
can
you
still
were frozen.
I can still hear everything you were saying.
Okay, good.
I am a tater tot guy. I love tater tots.
Give me some of your tots, Napoleon.
Yes, I think that really cemented my love for tater tots because I always wanted to have tots after that movie. Those are formative
I
years
like
for
tater
me.
tots.
So you could call me a tot guy.
I like them too.
I don't usually have them in the house. Like, do you buy the package and put them in your air fryer often?
So Sam's Club, I think, sells like a 5 pound bag of them for like $10 or something like that. And then they're pretty cheap at Walmart as well. So makes sense, Sam's Club and Walmart. But I did
So
buy a big pack the other day. The kids love them.
if you do take these tater tots to your brother's watch party, you just gonna do the tater tots and take them as is? What are you putting on these bad boys?
Um, Mostly we just do at home, we'll do the tater tots and just some what's the sea salt, when
Okay.
you grind it. It
Thank
goes
you. Thank you for that.
I didn't know. Every once in a while, we'll get a little adventurous and we'll buy like the no bean chili
Oh,
at the
okay.
store. And
Chili
then you
cheese
put cheese on
tots.
top. So chili cheese tots are good. Sonic does those.
I do like Sonic's chili cheese tots.
Those are good. So we'll do that every once in a while. But my wife loves um we do some breakfast. Usually do like eggs, like scrambled eggs and hash browns on Saturday mornings. And the hash browns just take so long to cook, like the way I like it. And just like, we'll just do flipping tater tots or because I feel it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So, and they're faster to cook. But I do love me tater tots. I feel like in the air fryer too, they turn out really well in the air fryer compared to like French fries can do okay, but tater tots turn out so much better in the air fryer than French fries, in my opinion.
Yeah, we had a for our young men's activity before the Super Bowl, we had a Super Bowl potluck dinner thing. So I brought like nacho, what are they called? Tachos? Is that what you call them? Where you make
Nachos?
you make it like nachos but with tater tots. So you put on
Oh,
some
never thought about that.
cheese, some bacon bits, some, green onions if you want. I think I just did bacon bits and
Huh.
cheese, but I had to make so many of them because I was feeding, youth. So I did one pack in the oven and then another pack in the air fryer so they could all kind of come out at the same time. But
Gotcha.
those were pretty good, not gonna lie. I mean, you could put whatever you want on them. You could put meat, you could put chicken, but I think just some cheese, some yeah, make them like
Just some
nachos,
basic nachos,
the basic
some sour
nachos.
cream. That's not a bad idea. That sounds really good right now. We went to Cracker Barrel because we had like a free appetizer and we got I think they were called like potato casserole tots or something,
Ooh,
but it was
yeah.
kind of like that. So it had cheese and bacon bits and a piece, anyways. So it was like, I wasn't like, it was crazy because it was like the most expensive appetizer they had on their list. And I'm like, this is probably the cheapest one for you to make. This is tater tots with cheese and bacon bits, but they were decent. But gotta love your tots. Love the tots.
So Nate is having tots. That's the first
We gotta
suggestion.
remember to go get some.
Thanks to
There we go.
Richie.
And he wants to get some good fry sauce. We're making it Utah, but tater tots is good as well.
The
Just good
article
fry
says
sauce.
you should grab your favorite double dribble dipping sauces and dunk some tater tots each time you see Saunders score. So
Ooh, I gotta get a
make a
big old
game out of
bag.
it.
We get a big old bag of
hopefully,
tots.
hopefully.
I should do that. I should do that and make everyone have a bowl of
It's like a
tots, and every time he
shot.
scores, yeah,
Other people do shots. We do tater tots.
there you go. It become a thing.
All right. Next thing on the list, which is a personal favorite of mine as well, the classic Cougar Tail. And I think unless you live down in the Provo area, a maple bar should suffice, or maybe 3 maple bars if you want to have the full Cougar Tail
If
experience.
you want to have the full, um, what's the word when you're like drunk on, like you just feel sick?
Yes,
I don't even know if there's a word for it, but
the full the BYU drunk experience. Have some chocolate milk and a full foot
ooh,
long tater tot or Cougar Tail or tater tot.
15 inches, man. It's more than a foot.
Oh, is it 15?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
I'm just assuming this article is correct. So
It probably is. So yeah, 15. What the heck?
it's so weird to think that it's only been around since 2003. It feels like it's been there my whole life, but
It has been there my whole life, or since I've been going to BYU games. And if you want to plus it up, do the what is it called?
oh yeah, brat tail.
Rot tail. There you go.
Oh my gosh, that would that's what we should have did. Is gone and bought like a dozen maple bars and then done brats for the game. Maybe we'll do it if they
It's
win. We'll do that on Saturday.
it's not too late, Nate. You still have a day to prepare.
Well, he's already bought some. We're gonna do smash burgers,
Hmm.
and then everyone else is gonna bring like sides and treats. So I'll bring the tots.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I might go pick myself up a maple bar to watch the game. That's you know, I'm working, but I'll be watching. So maybe that's
Reams. Reams sometimes has good. Well, no,
I
can't be
like
Reams.
I like the Reams maple bars. I like the
But they don't. They're
buttercream.
not. It's true. It's different than Cougar Tail though.
It
So
is
that's why I was
different.
like, I think like Smith's does a good
I'll go
Cougar
to
Tail maple
Harmon's
bar.
because they do both.
Harmon's,
They do
do they?
Cougar Tail type and then the kind of buttercream frosting one.
Oh, okay.
So I can have
Fair
two
enough.
and then get
I might
my
have to add that. Might have to add that.
the next
But you
thing.
said chocolate milk, but really you should have said ice cream.
That's the way to go with the BYU creamery ice cream. And I think we can still I think that Scoop location closed, but they're still
But they
somewhere
moved.
they moved into
Yeah,
something
they
else.
were gonna team up with like a pretzel place or something, right?
Well, I think they swapped. So they used to be over there in that spot in West Jordan, and then they switched sides so the drink slash pretzel place could have more space because I just don't think they needed as much space. But then they just left. I'm
I
gonna
thought I saw some advertisement that or Facebook post that be they're gonna like split a store with somebody, and I thought it was a pretzel place.
Yeah, I mean, they're still posting, they're still around. I just,
Oh, Scoops? Is it called the Scoop or
it's
Scoops?
called The Scoop. We are moving to South Jordan, so they are, um, where are they? They're located inside Wetzel's Pretzels inside of Walmart in South Jordan. They have Wetzel's
Oh,
Pretzels inside of Walmart?
but they're inside of a Walmart?
That's what it says.
Hmm,
So you can still get them in the Salt Lake Valley. You can still get the true ice cream or any type of ice cream should suffice. I mean, they recommend grabbing some Blue Goggles or Graham Canyon. I do love Graham Canyon. You can get that at Desert Book too. At least
interesting.
the one in Jordan Landing. They sell little pint things of the Cougar Creamery ice
Ooh,
cream as well.
there you go. We're getting this figured out. We got tater tots at Walmart. We got to go to Harmon's for a maple bar or Smith's, and then you go to Desert Book for your ice cream. So we're making this very doable.
But if you go to the Walmart in South Jordan, you can get your ice cream and your tots at the same time. So
Oh, snap. What if they have I don't know how Walmart's maple bars are, but
I'm sure they've got them.
I'm
They're
sure
they're
they've got
probably
them.
not great, but I'm sure
All
they're
right.
there.
But this next item might be a little tougher to find.
I mean, you can get some mint brownies at the Walmart, I'm sure. But the Scoop did also sell the mint brownies when I was visiting them. They did the creamery ice cream and the brownies and the
That's right. All
scotcheroos.
right. There we go. We're back on track.
One
We just
stop
got to go to
shop.
one stops. And
Yeah, those
then
those mint
what
brownies
do
are
you like?
great,
I like
man.
the brown.
I
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah. When I go down to get food for halftime at football games, it's hard to not get a brownie.
It's like brownie or cougar tail or both. Probably shouldn't do both. The brownies they're really
They're
good.
both, I don't want to say gut buster, but you just get so much sugar and you just kind of feel you don't feel like you want to go join the game and
You're
play
not
if you
gonna
eat
be
one of
playing the
those.
game. No.
Like I always worry that, coach is going to say we need somebody and then
Does anybody here really proficient with pickleball? And somehow that's going to translate to what's going on right
play,
now on the field.
can anybody can anybody play tight end for a couple plays real quick? Or
Put me in, coach.
can anybody play church ball style shooting guard
It
for the next 2 minutes?
could happen. It could happen.
It
Not
could
if you
happen.
have a mint brownie or a cougar tail. And probably
Don't you
not.
remember that story? So don't you remember that story where they needed a goalie in NHL and they pulled a guy out of like the rec league to come play and then he
Oh,
won the
really?
game a couple years ago.
Was
So
that for the Grizzlies or for where?
no, I think it was an NHL team if I'm not mistaken, but I want to say he was a firefighter.
Huh.
Anyways,
It could happen, is what you're saying. It's not outside of the realm of possibility. So be careful what you eat at a game because it might impact your future and your prospect of being able to go in that moment. And you probably also want to be careful on this another staple of Provo and us Utahns is that classic Utah soda bar. Gotta have the Pebble Ice, and then Diet Coke or Dr. Pepper if you like those. Ooh, have you tried the Blackberry Dr. Pepper?
yes,
Do you
I
like
do
it?
the 0-1.
Me too. Do you like it?
I like it. I do like because I drink the zero stuff for sodas, right?
Yeah.
I think the strawberry Dr. Pepper one has the most like sweet flavor, so that's probably my favorite. The blackberry's been okay. We just bought like 3 packs of it the other day. We go to our secret for buying soda right now is Dollar General. Keeps having like these soda sales, and then on Saturdays you get an extra 5 off 25. But the one over off of Bangor and 47th, there's like only two in the valley. There's one on 47th and Bangor and one over in off of 70th and the freeway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, closer to state, I should say. Anyways, they don't carry a lot of zero products.
Mm.
And so it's hard to get them. But the other day we walked in and it was like I called it a March Madness miracle because they had some of the blackberry one. So
Mm.
that's what we got that day. So we have some. My wife likes it. I think that's her flavor choice.
Yeah, I hope it sticks around
But
because I really like it. Like I tried
oh,
the.
what are they bringing back? They're bringing back the coconut
Oh, really?
soon. Yeah, I think for Easter they're gonna do the coconut because that's really isn't coconut flavored where it makes it dirty. Is that
Yeah.
how the dirty soda started?
Right.
So it's been really popular here in Utah, the coconut. So they're bringing it back. They say for a limited run. I want to say in April, but
You see, I really like the my wife liked the blackberry one, just the normal one. I didn't like the normal one as much, but I tried the zero and I like it a lot more. So I think
oh,
that's
interesting.
my favorite I've had so far of
The cream soda one's pretty good too, in my opinion. My wife doesn't really care for cream soda, so
so you drink that
but
one
it's
for
it's
her.
it's interesting all these flavors they've been doing with Dr. Pepper.
Everybody's doing the crazy flavors, but it's interesting to see somebody like Dr. Pepper now get in the mix, and I think they do a pretty good job for the most part. I'm liking what they're doing. So anyway, grab your favorite Dr. Pepper variety. You doing like an emo thing there, Nate?
I think so.
You doing the whole
Where are
scene?
you
Are you see? You're seen now? Is that how Rocky does his hair? To be seen?
to be seen?
Yeah,
What
isn't
do they
that
call it?
yeah, seen? Isn't that what you call
Seen? What do they call it?
it?
Like
Seen.
it's there's different. No, is that
That's what it's called.
it's called scene emo?
It's called scene.
But isn't it scene emo or is that just called scene?
It's just called scene.
It's called scene.
Just
Okay.
trust me,
I,
okay? Just
I
trust me.
thought it was like a
I don't
different
have a
stuff.
lot
I
of
was like,
areas of
oh.
expertise, Nate. This is one I got locked down. And you got a
It's
whole
just interesting that like he just, I was like, don't look. Anyways, it's interesting how like millennials and the emo stuff is now starting to become like
like
old
the
and
80s,
retro.
man.
It's weird.
It's like the
It's the new
80s
80s.
for me.
It's the new 90s
Yeah.
now. And doing anyways. But let's go back to sodas.
You want to be really seen. Let's talk about some Monster energy
You want to be
drinks.
yeah, what's good Monster Energy drinks? Swig, if you go to Swig, it's two to $3, right? Minimum to get any drink.
Man, well, not for me because I'm buying for four
Or I'm saying
per drink, right?
per drink, right? So if you get two drinks, it's like $5 for two of you, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So if you have the Maverick card, the Venture card, wherever it is, it's only $1 for an extra large. And use the foam cup, and they have the whole flavoring system thing there. So, and you can put the cream. So we've been we went to Swig a couple weeks ago. I'm like, oh, that was really good. But I wish it had more of this in there, whatever it was. And
Right.
then so ever since then we've been like hitting up Maverick like way too much. Because you're
Because
like,
then you can
dude, for
customize it.
we get the whole family for $5, five of us for $5 when we go to Maverick. And now the
Yeah.
kids are into it. And even Rocky with his scene stuff. He's like, all I want is Maverick now.
Nobody understands me. I just want Maverick.
And it's pretty cool because they do have and they do have the Pebble Ice like you're just talking about, right?
Gotta have the Pebble Ice.
So that's where you get it. So you got to go to Walmart and get all your other four items and then head to Maverick and grab your drink and
Hold
then you're
on, hold
golden.
on. Walmart sells the same stuff you're putting in your drink at Maverick, at Swig. You can just buy the stuff yourself. The
Okay,
syrups,
okay.
the
That's true.
purees.
That's true. A guy at my office, actually, he's the one that owns the real estate side of stuff. He was so sick of his family going and spending all this money at convenience stores.
I
So
didn't
he
think.
went and bought a nice icy machine.
Oh,
Then he
okay.
bought, then he went and bought all of the whatever flavoring things. And um, I don't know if he got actually like a fountain machine as well, or if he just buys the sodas. But he's like, I'm sick of you guys going to Swig and spending,
$1 million.
you know, $10 or going over to the convenience store and getting slushies. So
That's smart.
you definitely can, but that would be a pretty expensive trip if you're, because you'd have to,
I
unless
mean, in
you
the
got the
long
couple
run,
flavors you want to.
if you know what you like, so this is what I did because I knew my wife's preference for drinks. So I'd have the soda on hand and say, if she'd say, "We let's go to Swig," I'd be like, "Got you. Just let me just go in the kitchen and I'll cook it up for you."
Hold on. No, you'll be like, I'll be right back. And you've like kept the swig cups from last time and you just keep using
Mm,
the same swig cup.
could have done that. Yeah, they do have reusable cups there, so you know,
Oh,
could have
if you
fooled
take
her.
like their mug, the swig mug over there, is it cheaper?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay. I have a
Probably not.
swig
Probably
mug.
not.
I don't know where. That's what I was wondering because I don't, anyways.
There's
So if
got to
somebody
be
can answer that question for me.
there's got to be some benefit.
I do have a swig mug. I think
Why?
that I found like at a thrift store or
Oh,
something.
really? That's funny.
Yeah. But I don't know if it saves us any money.
Go give it a
But
shot.
like I said, true. We do go to Swig though when the Jazz ever wins. We get our free pretzels.
They do have
But then we
bigger
go across the street
pretzels.
to Maverick and make her.
The amount of steps you'll take to save the money, Nate, it astounds me. Actually, you know what? I do it from time to time. I have to be in the right mood. If I'm not, I'll just be like, you know what? Let's just get all here. But the good news is for your BYU watch party or Utah State watch party, we're not exclude those guys. They're in the tournament too. We gotta give our brothers up in Ogden some love too. Catch my joke?
Did you say Ogden?
Yeah, that's the joke.
That's the joke. I was
That's the
gonna say
joke.
Weaver State's not in it this year.
I know that they're in Logan, but the joke is they're in Ogden. We like our brothers up in the Great White North in Logan. Um, you can enjoy these BYU classics as well. And if you want to be even as bold, I think you can get Aggie Creamery ice cream at the Scoop as well. So
Right.
show them some love too. But here's hoping that it is a better tournament than it was last year and for the last couple of years because we haven't got out of the round of 64 since Jimmer Mania. And prior to that,
2011?
yeah, prior to that, it was like 1997. So the NCAA tournament has not been kind to the Cougars. But if we can win this game, it could be a nice little deep run to maybe even the Sweet 16. Who knows?
I don't know. A lot of the quote unquote experts have us making it to the Sweet 16. So that'd be fun.
It would be fun. Be a lot of fun. Well, if
I
they
just hope
do,
it's a good game.
we get to have at least three watch parties.
There you go. That's a lot. I better go buy that 10-pound bag or five,
You
whatever it's 5-pound
better,
bag of tots.
you
We
better
might
do
need
it.
it for the next couple weeks.
Better buy some brats too.
Ooh, I think that's if we make Saturday.
If you make the Saturday.
What time will we play on Saturday if we win?
Oh,
There's a new pickleball club opening in Draper that I want to
I've got
check
something on
out.
Saturday too. So maybe it's not good if they win, because then I would feel bad missing it. But either way, hope you enjoy. And I think Utah, are they in the NIT too or something? I don't know.
I have no
Who
idea.
cares? Who cares?
I still haven't really officially filled out my bracket yet. I did the AI one or whatever, where they say just they pick it for you, just to make sure I
Yeah.
had one filled out, just in case. But
I did 25 of those bad boys for the men's and women's just in case I can win some money. You never know. You
oh,
never know.
really?
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Maybe I should do
And
that. But I need to like
I
sit
did a
down and actually fill it
couple
out.
manual ones as well. Some that are
All right.
actually my picks, but
Fair
I'm not
enough.
going to spend that much time filling out 25 brackets. No, thank you.
Right. Maybe that's what I'll because the playing game started on Tuesday night, right?
Think so.
I think North Carolina thumped San Diego State.
Hmm.
And then tonight's the second round, and then starts tomorrow.
Yep. 2 o'clock, right? It's at 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah, we don't care about the other games, just the 2 o'clock game.
Yeah. I'll have it on all day, but that's the one I really care about. So enjoy. Let us know what you're eating for your watch party. Thanks for listening to this The Place podcast.
And this, like, I don't know what to say, but
What
it's
do I
like,
what do I do with my hands?
what we do. And this was a bunch of food we just talked about. Go Cougars.
Go Cougars. All right. We have to make a quick correction. After recording the episode, we realized the Scoop is not in a Walmart in South Jordan. We don't really know where it is.
We
So
think it could still be in the Walmart in West Valley.
the Walmart
So if,
inside, it's like a inside of Wetzel's Pretzels. Wetzel's Pretzels inside the Walmart in West Valley on
right, so
5600
instead of
West.
going to South Jordan Walmart, you need to do everything we just told you in the West Valley one.
Better for us. It's closer, probably. Maybe.
Probably.
So,
Maybe.
yes. And if you're in St. George, they have a location in St. George. That one is confirmed. But as for the other location that may or may not
We
be in South
we got
Jordan,
confused because back in August they said coming soon to South Jordan, right? We just can't find it.
we just can't find it. I'm sorry.
So
So, yeah, there you go. Plan accordingly, people. I know you were going to follow our instructions to a T. Now you know. Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye bye.